Contenders, I'm your host, Young. They say that autumn is the perfect season to read. Maybe you've been too tempted by the beautiful outdoors to enjoy too much time reading. Well, join us and, well, enjoy our quiz and have us increase your knowledge. Let's welcome today's contenders onto our stage. Welcome. We have the Komodo team, An Jae-myung and Mik Fanguy. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Komodo, is it after the dragon?
Yes, it is. I just came back from Indonesia, so I was able to visit Komodo Island. It's a small island in Indonesia where all the dragons live. So I got to see about 8 dragons in the wild.
Pretty impressive?
Very, very impressive. Very big. About 4 meters long. Maybe like 150, 200 kilograms.
Wow.
So quite large.
Amazing. Yeah. Well, I hope you get to have a chance to go back and visit them again.
That would be great.
Now, tell us a bit about yourselves.
Well, we come from Daejeon, actually Daeduk Valley. I'm a teacher in KAIST University. I teach English. And that's how I met Jae-myung, my partner. He's a rocket scientist in Daeduk Valley, so we met in an English class at KAIST.
Ah, I see. Well, we welcome you. Good luck to you today.
Thank you.
Going against the Komodo team, we have the Umoja team, Quinten, Dorman, and Samir Moledina. Welcome. And Umoja is an interesting name. What does it mean?
Yeah, well, I'm from South Africa, Cape Town. Sam is Canadian, but lived in Tanzania for many years, and his parents live there now. And Umoja is a Swahili word meaning oneness. And we thought the African connection, it would be a good name.
Okay, great. It's great to have you guys on our stage. Oneness, Umoja, and Komodo. Good luck to you today. Let's begin our quiz. Now, in our first section, we'll be giving you 10 multiple choice questions. You get the sum of points up to the point until you get it wrong. If you get all 10 questions correct, we give you 50 bonus points. Let's hope that you guys get 50 bonus points today. Komodo, you get to choose Q, U, I, or Z sets.
We'll choose I for us.
All right.
Me.
Okay. Question set I, number 1. Of the following, which is the area code when making a call to Seoul? 101, 202, 303, and 404.
Number 2.
Easy beginning, and we go to question 2. Of the following, what is the color of the cue ball in pool? 1, red, 2, yellow, 3, black, and 4, white.
White.
Very good. Are you guys big pool players?
I'm terrible.
Well, glad you knew the colors of the balls, right? And we go to question 3. Of the following, what words indicate that broadcasting is in progress? In process. 1, NG, 2, standby, 3, on air, 4, ENG.
Number 3, on air.
And question 4. Of the following, which element is laughing gas made from? 1, nitrogen, 2, argon, 3, carbon, 4, hydrogen.
Nitrogen.
You have yet to use chance, and we go to question 5. Of the following, which was the nationality of Adolf Hitler? 1, French, 2, Austrian, 3, Hungarian, and 4, German. If you aren't sure, you can use chance.
Number 2, Austrian.
Wait. No. Chance. Let's do chance, right? Chance.
All right, we'll use chance. Take away 2 of the incorrect choices. And now, final selection, please.
Number 2, Austrian.
And we go to question 6. Of the following, what makes the Red Sea red? 1, light reflection, 2, dead algae, and 3, leaking iron, 4, hemoglobin.
Number 2, dead algae.
Already we have come to question number 7. Of the following, which was called home in Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet? 1. Verona, 2. London, 3. Syracuse, 4. Rome.
Verona.
And we go to question 8. Of the following, which bird has only 2 toes? 1. The cockatoo, 2. Parrot, 3. Ostrich, 4. Lyrebird.
I have no idea.
Number 1, cockatoo.
Actually, it is the ostrich that has the 2 toes. You end the section with 70 points, Komodo team. And now, Umoja, or oneness. You have a choice, Q, U, or Z, sets of questions.
We're going for the Q for Quinten.
Okay, we will go with question set Q, number 1. Of the following, which colored bird is the symbol of happiness? 1. Bluebird, 2. Whitebird, 3. Yellowbird, 4. Redbird. Not sure, you can use chance.
Chance, please.
We'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices. And now, please make your final selection, Umoja.
We'll go with 1, bluebird.
Yes, it is the bluebird, which is the symbol of happiness. Good use of chance to begin. And we go to question 2. Of the following, which is not a country in Africa? 1. Morocco, 2. Sudan, 3. Tanzania, and 4. Syria.
Go for it.
Number 4, Syria.
The lucky set of questions for you, and we go to question 3. Of the following, which number is directly opposite number 1 on a dartboard? 1. 1, 2. 12, 3. 19, 4. 100. Umoja?
Number 3, 19.
Question 4. Of the following, which animal is responsible for the most human deaths worldwide? 1. Grizzly bear, 2. Siberian tiger, 3. Mosquito, and 4. African elephant.
Number 3, mosquito.
Working out well together, and we go to question 5. Of the following, which term does not refer to a type of wind? 1. Chinook, 2. Papagayo, 3. Sirocco, and 4. El Nino. Umoja, we'd like to have your final answer, please.
We're going to try with 4.
And that was a good choice. El Nino is not a wind, it's a weather phenomenon. And we go to question 6. Of the following, which instrument is not in the brass family? 1. Tuba, 2. French horn, 3. Saxophone, 4. Trumpet. Umoja?
Go for it.
Number 2, French horn.
Actually not in the brass family, but woodwind is the saxophone. Well, Komodo, you end the section ahead with 70 points over Umoja's 50. Congratulations. And now for our section where we have the passwords for your partners. We give you a list of 20 words in a pre-chosen category. You have 100 seconds to go through it, and you cannot use any words or phrases that we give you on the board unless it is in parentheses. Komodo, if you're ready, please take your position next to me. And your chosen category is the Beatles. Are you
Correct.
a big Beatles fan?
I like them. They're good.
Did you have to study up on them?
Yeah, I did. I wasn't like such a big fan, but I like the music. It's okay.
Okay. Did you learn a lot about them?
Yeah, I learned a lot of titles, song titles, and album names mostly.
Let's see you put that in action.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Go.
PM.
Priestley.
No, person.
Paul McCartney.
Yeah. Japanese woman.
Yoko Ono.
Don't touch.
Let it be.
Today.
Yesterday.
Collection.
Anthology.
Drummer.
Ringo Starr.
Hate you. Don't. Hate you.
Love Me Do.
Okay. Church Street.
Abbey Road.
GH. Person.
George Harrison.
Rock. Guy.
Quarryman.
Type of music they play.
Rock and roll.
Yeah.
Rock.
Don't make it bad.
Hey Jude.
Pass. Pass. Hometown.
Liverpool.
U-boat.
Yellow Submarine.
Pass. Pop star.
Lady Madonna.
Military music.
Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
Right. P. Song title.
Please Please Me.
Yes.
You could tell you picked up a lot of Beatles knowledge. You passed on Mark Chapman, who was John Lennon's shooter. But you end the section with a great 240 points. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And now, Umoja, it's your turn. And you picked the category famous L people.
That's right.
Do you have a favorite L person?
No, not really.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Go.
Pass. LA.
Louis Armstrong.
Director. SL.
George Lucas.
He's a producer, music videos, black.
Spike Lee.
Good. LC, Tomb Raider.
Laura Croft.
Good. Talk show host, JL.
Jay Leno.
LB, last name is of the British Prime Minister. Woman. Pass. Kung Fu guy, BL.
Bruce Lee.
Yeah. Director, Star Wars.
George Lucas.
The movie, he was in The Professional. It starts with L. It's a guy's name. French guy. Pass. Pass. President of Russia.
Lenin.
Yeah. The baseball player that he helped you with. LSY.
Lee-Sun Po. No.
Y. LSY.
No.
You had the first two words right. It's a synonym for yes in slang. Pass. Charlie's Angels. Charlie's Angels. LL.
Lucy Liu.
Big Lips. LR.
Lionel Richie.
Big Booty.
Jennifer Lopez.
Pass. Polo.
Ralph Lauren.
LP.
Interesting hints you gave there. You passed on our great baseball player who set the most home runs record in Asia, Lee Seung-yup, and the actor in The Professional was Leon. And Linda Blair is the actress in The Exorcist that you passed on as well. The first one, Linus of the Peanuts, was what we were going for. You end this section with 160 points. Komodo, you remain in the lead with 240 points. And now this third section is when it all counts, because whoever wins after this gets to go on to the finals and goes against the JJ team. And let's welcome Mr. David Hwang onto our stage. Welcome.
Hi. Good to be here.
How'd the game look from the back?
Looked pretty good, but actually I was more surprised and shocked by the fact that the guy on the Komodo team, I didn't catch your name. What was your name again?
재명안.
재명, he's a rocket scientist? Literally, you're a rocket scientist. What do you do? Do you design rockets?
Yeah, I design rocket. I design
Oh my goodness.
control system of rocket.
Wow.
Yeah, when we talk about intelligent people, we say, I'm not a rocket scientist.
Yes, but you are a rocket scientist. Do you mind me asking how old you are?
I'm 30 years old.
30 years old? We're the same age. What am I doing? Oh my gosh. Anyways, all right, well, I was shocked about that, but I guess we shall go on at this point then, huh? All right, as you guys know, this next section is a round of non-multiple choice questions. The first team to enter with their buzzer will get the first chance to answer, but if you get that wrong, that chance will be given to the other team. Now, you guys are lucky here on the Contenders. Why, you ask? Because if you both get it wrong, we are kind enough to give you both a second chance with the help of a spelling hint. There's 15 questions in all, 30 points per question, 5 seconds to answer. Guys got it?
Yep.
And so, let's go with question 1.
All right. Question 1 is about politics. Germany is the world's biggest producer of wind power. 14,000 generators account for a third of the world's output. It has benefited massively from this party being a member of the government since 1998. This is a political party whose primary policy is the protection of the environment. What is this?
Umoja?
The Green Party.
And Umoja, you are closing in on Komodo's lead, 190 versus Komodo's 240. Let's see what happens with our next question.
Question 2 is about internet. Thousands of internet users in India have flooded a government website calling for a ban to be lifted on a discussion groups in this site. The government ordered the move because of the fear that the Quinten forum had links with banned separatists. This is a site created by David Philo and Jerry Yang. What is this?
Komodo.
Yahoo.
And yes, we could see how excited you were to answer with that buzzing in. You got to be really quick with a buzzer. And let's go to question 3.
Question 3 is about fashion. Being overweight, smoking, and having a previous knee injury does increase the risk of knee arthritis. But researchers say that fears that wearing these could lead to it are unfounded.
Umoja?
High heels?
Yeah.
And Umoja, you're just 50 points behind. Let's see what happens with question 4.
Question number 4, about device. New push-to-talk services that turn mobile phones into this with unlimited range could soon make text messaging obsolete. It has proved popular in the US. This is a handheld, battery-operated radio transmitter and receiver.
Komodo.
Walkie-talkie?
And now let's have question 5.
Question 5 is about astronomy. Thousands of stars, stripped from a nearby dwarf galaxy, are streaming through this, according to astronomers. These alien stars could at times be close to our sun. This is the spiral galaxy to which the Earth and its solar system belong. What is this?
Umoja.
The Milky Way.
Yeah.
And Umoja was fast with the buzzer on that one. You are close to the lead, 50 points. And let's go with question 6.
Question 6 is about title. On September 28th, the actor Donald O'Connor, best known for his role in this hit Hollywood musical, died. His dance routines, along with Gene Kelly, are considered among the best in the history of Hollywood musicals.
Umoja.
Dancing in the Rain.
And Komodo, it's your chance to answer. He'll finish.
In the history of Hollywood musicals combining acrobatics, elegance, and wit, what is this musical?
Komodo, 5 seconds. Komodo.
West Side Story.
Now the chance to answer is open to both teams. Why don't we take a look at the hint? Umoja.
Try it, man.
Komodo.
Singing in the Rain. Thank you.
Yeah, it was the other thing that they were doing, you know, dancing and singing. And Komodo, you're increasing your lead. Let's go to question 7.
Question 7 is about country. This country's first satellite, part of an international disaster monitoring network, is launched from Russia. It becomes the 3rd African country to have a presence in space after South Africa and Algeria. It is by far the most populated of Africa's countries. What is this?
Umoja.
Nigeria.
We've had Nigeria's population mentioned before on our quiz. You are getting closer. Umoja, you are trailing by 280, and Komodo, you're ahead 330. So let's see what happens with our question number 8.
Question number 8 is about summit. Thailand's Prime Minister said security would be high for this summit in Bangkok, despite a nationwide search for surface-to-air missiles that were allegedly smuggled in from neighboring Cambodia. This is an organization of 21 nations and one
Umoja?
APEC?
Yes, the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation. That's what we're going for. Umoja, you're closing in on Komodo's lead. Just 20 points separates you. And so let's go with question 9.
Question 9 is about animal. The gene map of man's best friend shows that dogs are closely related to people and will add insights into our own genetics. U.S. scientists use cells from Shadow, a dog of this breed, for the project. This is a dog with a thick, curly coat, usually clipped short.
Komodo?
Poodle.
Well, the game still remains very close. We'll see what happens with the next question.
Question number 10 is about technology. Transport for London will be able to track a commuter's movements with this. It has a unique ID number linked to the registered owner's name. This is a small plastic card containing a microchip that can store personal data and bank account details, enabling it...
Komodo?
Smart card.
It is the smart card. And how do you feel about the smart card?
Never had one.
Would you like one?
No idea.
I don't know. It sounds kind of dangerous with the government having all that ability to track people. Sounds like Big Brother, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. But it would make things easier as you step out of the house, right? Just one card takes care of everything.
It does seem nice, but for a guy who loses keys and wallets, you could lose your whole life in one card.
Yeah, well, that's true.
So that's pretty darn scary for me.
Sounds like the movie script.
Yeah.
And let's go to question 11 now.
Question 11 is about company. This company has cut its customer list in a bid to concentrate stocks in the hands of firms, which it believes are best able to promote wearing diamonds as chic. As part of the shakeup, it has cut its client list by about 20%. What is this, the world's biggest diamond miner?
Umoja?
Debor?
Komodo, 5 seconds. Why don't we take a look at the hint that we will give you? Umoja?
De Beers.
Very close with that answer as well. Because you said De Boers, De Beers.
And
now,
if you were a Chicago person, you might have been thinking that they were talking about the football team, the Bears. You know, from Chicago, they say never mind.
Let's go with the next one.
Anyway, all right, number 12 is about geography. On October 18th, 1867, the U.S. officially took ownership of this territory. This is the northernmost and westernmost...
Komodo?
Alaska?
That is correct. And what was called his folly is his great achievement. And, well, the game still remains very close. We'll see what happens with the next 3 questions. 13, please.
Question 13 is about religion. Russia has decided that workers in the South Pole deserve support for their souls as much as workers anywhere else. So it is sending them a flat-packed church and a priest. This is the National Church of Russia with the patriarch...
Komodo.
Orthodox.
This is the Russian Orthodox Church that we were looking for. And now we've come to question 14.
Question 14 is about person. This person has hailed his victory in the U.S. Grand Prix as one of the greatest of his career. This
Umoja.
Michael Schumacher.
Are you a big racing fan?
Japanese Grand Prix on Sunday. Final.
And you're looking forward to seeing it?
Yeah.
Now, we have come to our last question of the set. Let's go to question number 15.
All right, here we go. Question 15 is about city. A judge banned weekday public demonstrations in this city after being struck.
Komodo.
Calcutta.
Yes, the capital of the West Bengal state of India, Calcutta, closes the deal. Komodo, you get to go to the finals. Congratulations. Now, this was a very close match. Umoja, I know you have supporters back home. What do you want to say?
We'd like to say thanks to all the supporters in Incheon. I'd like to say thank you for my school for letting me have this day off, and to my principal, and to friends and family in Korea and the rest of the world, as well as my girlfriend. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, and to my director and everyone in Incheon who've supported us, thanks a lot, and we did our best.
Thank you for joining us here today.
Thank you.
And now, Komodo, you get to go to our finals and go against our fierce JJ team. How do you feel?
Well, they're pretty tough. We saw them on TV the other day. They were tearing it up. And yeah, want to congratulate this team, Umoja, on a great battle. They were really tough.
Thank you very much. We'll be right back with the Komodo team. Final stage. Now let us welcome back the JJ team. Kim Jae-eun and Cho Eun-young, it's good to have you guys back. This is your attempt at win number 3 in a row. You already have 2 under your belts. So how do you feel to be such winners?
First of all, we'd like to thank our classmates because they had the kindness to arrange our midterm schedules for us. So whatever result we get, we appreciate it.
Are you going to share your prize?
Yep.
Okay. Well, Komodo, you're
That's honest.
going.
What can you say?
That's right. And Komodo team, you're going against some tough opponents. How do you feel?
Pretty good. Actually, I have a pain in my shoulder and elbow. Could you maybe arrange some acupuncture for free?
Since they are Oriental doctors in training.
I would really appreciate it.
About 2 hours later.
Okay, okay.
All right, we've made a date. Well, good luck to all of you. Let's begin our quiz. In our final section, we give you 5 categories of questions, 5 questions each, worth 10 to 50 points each. And, well, if you get the first question correct, you get to choose the next question. You don't have to choose them in order. Now, what are today's fascinating categories?
Today's fascinating categories are blue ones, amateur scientists, who stole it, body parts in sports, and newspapers.
And as usual, I get to pick the first question. I will go with blue ones, 10 points. This phrase dates back to 1904. Today, this is thought of as being among the most stable and safe investments available. Historical examples, JJ?
Blue chip.
Yes. They're the most valuable and usually worth 10 times the red in gambling, the chips.
And also for sure money athletes coming out of college and trying to go to the pros, if they're really good, they're also called blue chip athletes.
Blue chip is the way to go, I suppose.
That's right.
And JJ, it's good to see you on the board. Komodo, you got to be quick with a buzzer to go against the JJ team. And JJ, you get to choose.
Newspapers for 10, please.
Newspapers, 10 points.
Hello, my name is Charles Sherman, and I'm the editor of the Jungang Daily. We're published in a partnership with the International Herald Tribune. Incidents, accidents, and stories about life. People who lead society, people who bring it down, cultural, arts, and sports. It's the job of journalists to bring these stories to you by way of your morning newspaper. Well, today we're going to look at newspapers a little differently and solve some questions. Let's go. Not many people remember the actor Walter Centeso, but most people probably know a word connected to his role in Federico Fellini's La Dolce Vita, a 1959 film. This word is an Italian reference to the surname of a freelance photographer.
JJ.
Paparazzi?
And that just started a whole new boom, didn't it, in journalism? And JJ, you get to choose.
Newspapers for 20s, please.
Newspapers, 20 points.
All the President's Men is a film that recounts the most devastating detective story of this century. But permission to film in the Washington Post newsroom was denied, and the publisher, Katharine Graham, was initially apprehensive about using the paper's name, but later she said she admired the film. Reporters Carl Bernstein and Bob Woodward uncovered the details of this scandal.
Komodo.
Watergate.
And there was also a film, Woodward and Bernstein. And with that, Komodo, you have even the score at 20 points, and you get to choose.
Let's take body parts and sports for 50.
Body parts and sports, 50 points.
Yes, please.
Last August, Kim Collins wins a thrilling 100-meter final, taking gold by just 0.01 seconds. How fast is 1/100th of a second? Finish line cameras shoot thousands of times each second. The decision was made to determine time and place based on when a runner's this part crosses the finish line.
JJ.
Chest?
And please continue the question. It is Komodo's chance to answer.
Hands, heads, feet, extra long fingernails, and bouffant hairdos don't count, but this does. What is this?
Komodo.
Bust.
JJ.
Torso?
We're looking for the PC word to describe that section, yes. And JJ, you get to choose.
All right.
Wow. Who stole it for 10, please?
Who stole it for 10 points. This person's uniform, glove, cap, and signature ball were exhibited at the 2003 Busan International Motor Show since October 2nd. This person reclaimed his title for most stolen bases in 6 years, with 50 stolen bases during the 2003 season. Komodo.
이종범?
And he's gone to Japan since, but he was awarded 3 times for his record. And Komodo, you are catching up. You get to choose.
Body parts and sports for 40 points.
Body parts and sports, 40 points.
While this is strong, it is not particularly flexible. It will stretch only so far before it tears and ruptures. Often, an athlete isn't aware of the extent of the injury because there's...
Komodo.
Hamstring.
JJ, it's your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
Often, an athlete isn't aware of the extent of the injury because there is often very little pain. Occasionally, he will hear a pop and may think something has hit the back of his ankle. This is the largest tendon in the body. It was named after the greatest of the Greek warriors.
JJ.
Achilles tendon.
And Achilles' heel was weak because it wasn't dipped in the river to be invincible. And JJ, you're increasing your lead. You get to choose.
Blue ones for 20, please.
Blue ones for 20 points. Sildenafil Citrate, the chemical we now know as this, was actually created as a better treatment for angina than the medications available at the time. In March of JJ.
Nitroglycerin?
Komodo, it's your chance to answer. I'll finish the question. In March of 1998, it was approved by the FDA as the first oral medication for the treatment of erection problems. Amazingly, Komodo.
Viagra.
Amazingly, Every second worldwide, 9 of these tablets are being sold.
Wow.
It's just amazing.
Yeah,
They're also called blue diamonds because of the shape of the pill.
That's right. But could you imagine being treated for angina? But never mind. Anyways.
Well, it's a great side effect.
There you go, I guess.
Yeah, and the name Viagra comes from the compound word vigor and Niagara. And Komodo, you get to choose.
Body parts and sports for 30 points.
Body parts and sports, 30 points.
Let's go back to the quarterfinal match of Argentina and England on June 22nd, 1986. It wasn't Diego Maradona's best goal of the game, but it became...
Komodo.
The hand of God.
It's also the title of his biography. And it was a great goal that was discussed a lot. Still is, I suppose. And Komodo, you get to choose.
We'll take body parts and sports for 20.
Body parts and sports, your category, 20 points.
It was one of the most bloody fights in baseball history. In 1965, Dodgers catcher Johnny Roseboro had asked Sandy Koufax to throw at Giants pitcher Juan Marichal to retaliate for Marichal's knocking. But Koufax throws over Marichal's head. So Roseboro...
JJ.
Pinball?
A ball thrown deliberately at a batter's head. Not a good deal. JJ, you get to choose.
Closing out the category.
Okay, closing out the category body parts and sports, 10 points.
On June 28, 1997, in a heavyweight boxing match between Evander the Real Deal Holyfield and Iron Mike Tyson, things went rather awry.
Komodo.
Skydiver.
And JJ, it's your chance to answer. Please finish the question.
In the third round, Tyson attacked Holyfield with a barrage of punches. It was then followed by not one, but 2 bites. Yes, bites by Tyson. Unbelievably, after the first bite, the referee allowed the match to continue with Holyfield's consent. Here, Mike Tyson brought the phrase, nibbling on your blank. What is this?
JJ. JJ.
Ear?
And would you have said yes to continuing the game if your opponent had chewed on your ear?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think he felt it, probably, in the heat of the moment, you know.
Blood rushing from, maybe? And JJ, you get to choose.
Newspapers for 30.
Newspapers, 30 points.
Recently, one of the most powerful newspapers in the world was caught by surprise in a scandal. One of its reporters had fabricated stories, and it led to the resignation of the top editor, Hal Raines, and the managing editor, Gerald Boyd. Jill Abramson and John Geddes were appointed to be co-managing editors of the paper. It's the first time in the newspaper's history that it has had 2 managing editors at the same time. What is this newspaper?
JJ.
Washington Post?
Komodo, 5 seconds. Komodo?
New York Times?
Yeah. The New York Times, the USA Today, and the Los Angeles Times have the biggest circulation in the US. And Komodo, you're just 30 points behind. You get to choose.
Who stole it for 20 points?
Who stole it? 20 points. Beijing Blank took a Silver Bear Award and Best Young Actor during the 2001 Berlin International Film Festival. In the movie, one boy arrives from the countryside. He gets a job, the company issues him this. When it is stolen, he hunts for it. JJ.
Bicycle?
Yes. He fights with a wealthier boy because the wealthier boy wants the bicycle for a date. And it is a very often seen transportation mode in Beijing. And JJ, you get to choose.
Who stole it for 30, please?
Who stole it? 30 points. Frankenstein, it could be argued, creates a new life, a role traditionally reserved for the gods. This is the same role that scientists fulfill. This myth tells the story of this young Titan man. His name is Greek for JJ.
Prometheus?
Yes. Prometheus is the one who was punished by having the birds peck out his liver every day and have it regrow. And this was because he stole fire from the gods and gave it to the people. And JJ, you get to choose.
Continue with the same category.
All right. Who stole it? 40 points. French author and journalist Maurice Leblanc was a very prolific writer. Komodo.
Lupin.
Yes. And he's a representative character in mystery novels along with Sherlock Holmes. Are you familiar with the series?
Yep.
You like it?
Yeah, I like it.
Do you like other mystery books as well?
I like Holmes, and
He reads a lot of Nancy Drew.
So do I, actually. I love Nancy Drew.
Nancy
Are you
Drew.
familiar?
Yeah, Nancy Drew and
Something Boys.
Something Brothers.
Hardy Boys.
Yeah, the Hardy Boys, right.
Yeah.
That's right.
All good books.
That's way back in the day. That's a long time ago for me, anyway.
Those books are still sold, though.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And Komodo, you are catching up 150 versus JJ's lead of 190. Let's see what you choose next.
blue ones for 30 points.
Blue ones, 30 points. From 1901 to 1903, this person initiated his first truly original style, they say. Restricting his color scheme to blue, he depicted emaciated and forlorn figures, although why blue dominated his paintings remains unexplained. It is known as the Blue Period. The world record for the price of his paintings is $55 million for Femmes au bras croisés from this period. He is widely acknowledged to be the most important artist of the 20th century. Who is this? Komodo.
Picasso.
He is the Spanish painter. And with that answer, you have closed JJ's lead to just 10 points. You get to choose.
Blue ones for 40 points.
Blue ones, 40 points. In the movie Deep Blue Sea, doctors in an underwater laboratory did a genetic experiment on sharks. The result was a breed of mako that was bigger, stronger, smarter, faster, and more fierce than anything man had seen before. They were searching for a cure for this from the brains of the sharks. First described by German psychiatrists in 1906, this is a degenerative disorder that... Komodo.
Alzheimer's.
And former president of the U.S., Ronald Reagan, suffers from this, unfortunately. And Komodo, with that, you have taken the lead, 220 versus JJ's 190.
I don't think I've ever seen JJ in the
game.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen JJ behind.
Don't jinx us, man. Come on.
Okay, my bad, my bad.
And Komodo, you get to choose.
Let's go with the same category for 50, please.
All right, blue ones, 50 points. This is one of the tales less suitable for children. Everyone fears the man because he is with this, and all his earlier wives have. JJ.
A Bluebeard.
Yes. And of course, he gets to threaten his new wife since his new wife discovers that his old wives are dead and in one room of their house. And JJ, you have taken the lead once again, 240 versus Komodo's 220. It's a very, very close game. JJ, you get to choose.
Newspapers for 40, please.
Newspapers, 40 points.
Newspapers published under the same name on a regular schedule first appeared in Italy. Handwritten newspapers called avvisi or gazettes appeared weekly as early as 1566. It established a style of journalism, short news items written under the name of the city they came from and the date on which they were sent. The news was brought to this city by traders. Known as the Queen of the Adriatic, the city is a seaport in northeastern Italy. What is its name?
The name, JJ.
Venezia.
Yes, it is Venice, the Queen of the Adriatic. And JJ, you get to choose.
The last one in newspapers.
All right, 50 points, newspapers.
In ancient Rome, this refers to one of the various officers. The history is closely associated with the struggle of...
Komodo.
Tribune.
Yes, it literally means head of a tribe, and many newspapers still use this in their title. An example is the Chicago Tribune, which is another famous U.S. newspaper. Komodo, once again, you're trailing by just 10 points. You get to choose.
Cruising Who Stole It?
Who Stole It? 50 points. The story of the opera, The Thieving Magpie, concerns a young maidservant who, accused of stealing a silver spoon, is sentenced to death for her crime. Komodo.
Les Miserables?
JJ, it's your chance to answer. I'll finish the question. At the 11th hour, the real culprit is found to be a magpie. The overture to this person's 1817 opera is very famous. He was one of the most successful operatic composers of his time. His main works include The Barber of Seville and William Tell. Who is this JJ?
Rossini?
Yes. Very good. JJ, you are increasing your lead. And so, JJ, what would you like to have?
Amateur scientist for 10, please.
Amateur scientists, 10 points.
All right, the category that both of you guys have been avoiding. Here we go, ready? 10 points. On May 17th, 2000, this, nicknamed Sue, made its debut. This was named after its discoverer and namesake, Susan Hendrickson. She is one of the world's foremost adventurers, and she has always had an interest in finding things. Interestingly, the discoverer of the largest and most complete fossil received only a high school education. This fossil was of a large, fierce, flesh-eating dinosaur.
Komodo.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yes. And the Komodo dragon is, I guess, something like its cousin, right? The T-Rex.
I hope not. I wouldn't be here, maybe.
Well, you said 5 meters long?
4 meters long.
4 meters long. That's
200 kilograms, that's huge.
Yeah.
Pretty
Is it really
deadly.
that big?
It's big, but it's pretty lazy, you know. It usually just lays around in the sun, so I didn't feel too scared, really.
Okay, and Komodo, you are closing in on the lead of JJ's team. It's 330 versus Komodo's 280, so you get to choose.
We'll take it for 20.
All right, amateur scientist, 20 points.
This person entered the Augustinian monastery at Brno in the Czech Republic and became a monk. Between 1856 and 1863, he cultivated...
JJ.
Mendel?
He is the father of modern genetics. And JJ, you get to choose.
For 30 points.
Amateur scientist, 30 points.
It's tight. Here we go. Joseph Priestley trained as a minister of the dissenting church. He was educated at Daventry Academy, where he became interested in physical science. He discovered this in 1774. Considered one of the founders of modern chemistry, he investigated the role of it in common processes such as combustion and respiration.
JJ.
Oxygen?
Yes. And now that does up the stakes a bit. All right, we have 2 questions left on the board. Amateur scientists, which will you have?
For 40, please.
All right, we will go with amateur scientists, 40 points.
All right. This person said, comets are like cats. They have tails and they do precisely what they want.
Komodo.
Halley? Halley?
JJ, it's your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
He didn't have any formal education in astronomy, yet he is one of the most successful comet discoverers in history. He has discovered 21 comets, 8 of them using his own backyard telescope. With Eugene and Carolyn Shoemaker, he discovered Shoemaker blank 9, the comet that collided with Jupiter in 1994. Who is this?
JJ.
Levy?
Yes. David H. Levy is the man we were looking for. And we have just 1 left on the board. Amateur scientist, 50 points.
50 points. This person was the son of a blacksmith and received little formal education. While apprenticed to a bookbinder in London, he read books on scientific subjects and experimented with electricity. Now known as one of the most prominent scientists of the 19th century, he discovered the phenomenon known as electromagnetic induction by observing that a current flows.
Komodo.
Faraday.
Michael Faraday is the guy we're looking for. And, well, it was a great game, Komodo, and it was a very strong ending. However, JJ, you win yet again. Congratulations.
Various prizes are awaiting our winning contenders. Your first win will take you on a trip to Jeju Island. Your second win to Japan. Your third win will take you to China. And on your fourth win, you'll win a trip to Southeast Asia. On your fifth win, a trip to Hawaii. Your sixth win, a trip to the United States. And on your seventh win, you'll take the grand prize of a tour of Europe. We hope many of you join us.
This was a palm-sweating game. It was very close throughout the entire thing. Now, Komodo team, this was your first time on, and so that might have worked against you because they were more used to the buzzer. You did a great job. It was great having you here. What do you want to say?
Well, thanks to the JJ team for a photo finish. Definitely a nice contest.
Torso, right?
Torso finish. Bust, maybe. We really enjoyed being here, and I really do hope we can get the acupuncture. Personally, I would like to thank, well, my workplace, KAIST Language Center, for giving me the day off, and for my students for understanding. Thanks to friends, especially the guys at the international dorm. Anything to add, Jamie?
Well, the last Friday was the 30th wedding anniversary of my parents. So I'd like to thank to them and congratulations to them.
Ah, congratulations from
Good
us
luck.
too.
Go for 7.
And
okay?
thank you very much for joining us today. And JJ, you have won 3 in a row. How do you feel?
Wow. Impressed. I mean, speechless.
Speechless at your own great performance? It was a pretty tough game today, wasn't it?
We thought we were losing, so
Well, congratulations yet again.
Thank you.
Team JJ continued its winning streak today. Let's see what happens next week. Thank you and have a great week ahead. Bye-bye.